Great afternoon, folks. Hey, this is Wesley, $1 billion Virgin here. Hey, welcome to another Sunday mindset message here. And listen, as you folks are logging in right now on this gorgeous Sunday afternoon, I want you to comment the words, "It's time for me to reset." It is time for me to reset and recenter. Okay? And resetting and recentering is something I've been personally doing for the past 10 plus years on Sundays. Okay? And I want to explain how that can be extremely beneficial to you, to your finances, and even to your quality of life. Okay? Because, of course, I know all of you want to be rich. Yes. All of you would like to be successful. Yes. However, despite the money you want to earn, your quality of life, like how you feel during your day, how you feel when you're at work, how you feel when you're at school, how you feel when you're going about your day-to-day activities. Okay? And Sunday is it's a great day to reset and recenter. Okay, so comment the words below. I want to reset and recenter. Okay, I want to reset and recenter here. And I'm going to teach you a little bit how to do that and what I've been doing that will allow me to continue to be financially wealthy, despite what's happening in business, despite what's happening in life, but to continue to progress or to feel that I'm making progress. I think one of the most important components of progress is not just knowing that you're making progress. You need to feel that you're making progress, right? Because like one day you may make $1,000 and the next day you make $100. So you may say, well, I know I'm still making progress though. All right, because at least it wasn't zero. But I want you to feel like you're making progress because how you feel connects deeply with your quality of life. Okay? How you're going to interact with others, how you're going to interact with your children, how you interact with your significant other, how you interact with your coworkers, employees. Does that make sense? So write this down. Let's get started here, folks. Hey, go ahead and comment your names here below. If you're brand new to me, I'm Wesley, $1 billion Virgin. You may ask yourself, why should I listen to a young black man behind a black screen here? Well, I'm worth $30 million. I've been in the digital marketing space. I've had my own companies for the past 10 years. And not only am I rich, not only have I traveled the world, bought every car I've ever wanted, and have done fascinating things, I'm happy. Okay? I mean, I'm happy. I'm just so ecstatic about my life and what I have done. I am completely happy where I am today. And I want to share that with you and share the philosophy, okay, behind that. Not motivation, not inspiration, but the philosophy, the way of thinking. I want to share with you and allow you to maybe assimilate the way I think, the activities and how I use my brain at a certain capacity to be able to achieve and to attract the things that I want without much work, without much effort as well, okay? So that's why. So go ahead and comment your names below before I get started. Just want to give all of you a shout out here just to let you know that this is live. I can see your comments here. We got Latoya True Blood here. Comment your first and last name. Hey, James, how are you? We also have Miss Sexy Sassy. How are you? How are you? I love it. I want to reset and recenter. Let's go. Let's go. Derek, how are you, sir? How are you doing? Aaron, Edeline, how are you? Hey, Kevin, how are you? Daniela, how are you? Good morning. Good afternoon. Abiola Adams, Noreen, how are you? Eunice Webster, Quentin Hawkins, how are you, sir? Go ahead, continue to comment your names here below. Hey, Stephanie Santos. We have Rich House, Ed Hampton, Mona Lisa, Noreen, also Gloria. How are you doing, young lady? And make sure I want you to take notes, Like I said before, this is not just about being rich and being wealthy, but understanding to be rich and wealthy, you have to work on you first. Okay. When I say work on you is you have to work on increasing your own quality of life. Your quality of life is synonymous to how you feel. Okay. How you feel throughout your day, will determine the success or even the financial success that you will eventually acquire. Okay, so that's what we're going to do Sunday. We're going to reset and recenter. Okay, comment those words again below. I want to reset and recenter now. Hey, Stephen Lee. Maria, how are you from Brooklyn, New York City? All right, so listen, reset means this. I want to define the words so you'll understand. I know you heard the word reset before, of course. I got to reset. I don't know. Many people, when they hear the word reset, they mean start all over. I don't want you to start over. When I say reset, I want you to think about what you have done up to this point. And that's chunk it down a bit, right? When I say think about what you have done, I want everybody right now to play with me, okay? Let's play a game. Let's think about the last 7 days. Today is Sunday. It's January the 19th. President Trump is getting ready to take his place as the 47th president here for the United States of America. Okay. Shout out to Donald Trump. However, I want you to think about the last 7 days. What have you done? Think about it. What have you done that have allowed you to feel better about your life? Because I know everybody want to make money, everybody want to succeed, but you succeed by activities, right? The things that you do. And success is not just making a lot of money. It could be going to the gym. It could be making your bed. It could be complimenting someone. It could be having a smile on your face. It could be just being grateful, meditating, reading from a self-help book, doing something to educate you or to master your skill, playing basketball, hanging with the girls, hanging with the guys, spending time and maturing your friendships here, okay? So what have you done in the past 7 days? Think about it. And if you would like to write that below, go ahead and do that. That's what a reset is. Reset is thinking, what have I done? Because we all have goals, yes? How many of you have goals? Like if you're here and you don't have goals, you're in the wrong place. We all have goals. We all have dreams. So the reason why we're thinking about what we did last week or the last 7 days, because we need to ask ourselves another question. Okay? And that question is this. The things and the activities that I performed last week or in the previous 7 days, did it align with my dreams, hopes, and desires? Now, I want you to really think about that before you comment below. Yes, Wes, absolutely. Like, really think deeply about that. Now, for one, if you are unaware of what your dreams and desires and hopes are, this is not going to work out for you. Okay? You can't board a plane unless you know the destination. Like you can't book a plane. Like you can't go to United Airlines and say, I want to fly. The next question they're going to ask you is, well, where you want to go? So if you folks, when you think about the last 7 days and what you have done, if you don't know where you're going, if you don't know what the destination is, then all the activities that you perform are meaningless. Okay? Does that make sense? Stay with me. Can I get an amen if you're with me? If you're not with me, I promise you will be with me, and this will make perfect sense to you as you continue to listen now, okay? You can't get on the plane. You can't even book a flight. Like me and my lovely woman, my boo thing, the love of my life, we're getting ready to, well, in a couple of months here, we're going to be flying off to Korea, okay? Well, no, I'm sorry, going to Japan, then we're going to Korea, Tokyo first, because she wants to see the cherry blossoms. So she said, baby, I want to see the cherry blossoms in Japan. I said, no problem. So when I went to the website, United Airlines, when I booked the flight, I couldn't book the flight. The first question they asked me was this: where are you? Now listen, this is where it's going to get good. Where are you currently, Mr. Virgin? I'm in Houston, Texas. Okay. So is that going to be hobby, or is that going to be Intercontinental Airport? Intercontinental. Okay. So, Mr. Virgin, where would you like to go? Tokyo. When do you want to go? The point that I'm trying to share here is resetting is understanding where you are and being very honest about it. If I attempted to book a flight and say, where are you right now? Well, I'm in Bora Bora, because maybe that's where I want to be. But if I book a flight from Bora Bora to another country, when I go to the airport, it's going to be no ticket for me. See, resetting is being very, very honest about where you are right now in your life. What does your bank account look like? Be honest. Comment the number below, the balance. You don't have to do that. Think about the house that you're living in, or the apartment. Look around for a second. That's where you are. Think about the car that you drive. Think about the people or the relationships that you've built. Okay? Think about it. Your friends, your best friends, your girlfriends, your guy friends, your side chicks, your side dudes, whatever, right? Think about that. Now think about the places that you travel to, the restaurants you eat at, go to Walmart, Target, the bars, the clubs, okay? All that represents where you are right now in your life. Now think about how you look. Like, I want you to do this later after you get off this rant here. Take off all your clothes, stand up, and go look in a full-size mirror and look at yourself. That's exactly where you are, physical fitness-wise. Okay? See, a reset is understanding, okay, this is where I am, and this is what I've done to this point to be this way. If your bank account is low, then you have to think about, okay, so why is it low? Let's think about what I've done. And instead of thinking about a whole year, I want you to think about the 7 days. See, when you start to chunk things down and think about, well, what have I done the last 7 days that's resulted in my bank account being where it is? What have I done in the 7 days that's resulted of my body looking a certain way? What have I done in 7 days? The reason why I have these type of relationships are maybe I have toxic relationships. What have I done in the 7 days that's resulted of me being stressed out and overwhelmed and angry and just annoyed at times and overwhelmed and cluttered brain? Does that make sense? Okay. Are you with me, ladies and gentlemen? Reset is understanding and being very, very systematic about what am I doing that's creating the state that I'm in right now. Okay? I know what you're thinking. It's powerful, isn't it? It is. It is powerful because it's about you. It's always been about you. Write down the word recenter. Now, recenter, write it down, please. Comment in the comments below. I'm looking in the comments here. Recenter is an opportunity. Okay? Write down, type it down. Come on, you're in class right now. This is Sunday school, prosperity school, with Mr. Virgin, Professor Virgin, okay? Write down the word recenter because I want to unpack it for you. And the reason why I want to do that, because I want to guarantee that 2025 is going to be totally different than 2024. Can I get an amen? See, you not only can believe that, you have to back it up with the activity and the intelligence, which you're learning right now. Write down the word recenter. Recenter provides an opportunity to do something that aligns with the person that you want to be. Recentering gives you the opportunity to align yourself perfectly with your dreams, hopes, and desires. Let's do something here. Listen, I want you to imagine you're in a classroom and it's this tall, handsome black man looking at you right now. And that man is me, okay? With a beautiful smile, of course. And he's looking at you. And I want to ask you a question. This is what I want you to do. I want you to type in the comments, what are your hopes? What are your dreams? And what are your desires? Because see, what I want to do, what I would like to attempt to do this week, listen, this week, it's going to be a phenomenal week for you. Hello? Amen? Hello? One second. This week is going to be a phenomenal week on purpose. Okay? It's not going to be accidental. We're not going to accidentally have a good week. We're not going to hope for a good week. We're not going to pray for a great week. We're going to expect, we're going to know that this week is going to be phenomenal because we're going to add some intelligence while we're thinking and constructing the week. Okay? Now, what I'd like you guys to do here, ladies and gentlemen, comment your hopes, desires, and dreams. Okay? And so I can see these comments as well. What are your hopes? What are your desires? And what are your dreams? I want you to write it in two places. If you don't have a sheet of paper, go get a sheet of paper right now, please. Do not depend on your brain to remember what I'm sharing with you here this afternoon, okay? Your brain is not designed to remember everything, okay? Remembering and for you to think about it later and actually take action on it is not likely. Pull out a sheet of paper. Be smart. Don't be like Wesley Virgin. It took me several years to make a decision that I need to write things down because I thought, well, I already know what my hopes are. I know what my dreams are. I already know what I want. And I didn't. I thought I did. Okay? So I'll give you about 5 to 10 seconds to let me know that you have a sheet of paper, and I want you to write this down. Okay? This is life transformational. Even though it sounds to be trivial, maybe you think it's insignificant or unimportant, but let me tell you something. The insignificant things that we do on a daily basis, the things that we think are not important, are responsible for some of the greatest things that you have ever seen on this planet here. Okay? You ready? So write down your hopes, dreams, and desires. Go ahead and do that for me here. No, Joanna, it's not just you. The screen is all black, okay? The screen is black just like me. So focus on my voice, not the black screen here, okay? Write down your hopes, dreams, and desires, folks. Come on, write it down right now. Who's writing? Show me a pencil emoji. Let me tell you something. Less than 5% of you are actually going to write this down because the other 95%, you think you're smart already. You think you have done it all. Oh, I did that before. Well, I already know how to do it. I already know this. I don't need this. I don't need this. We'll leave. Exit the rant. Exit the message. Okay, since if you know everything, you shouldn't be here. Maybe you already have millions of dollars in your bank account. Maybe you're doing exactly what you would like to do on a daily basis. Maybe you are financially free. well, you don't need to be here. But for the ones that are willing to humble themselves and listen and learn and educate themselves properly, what I want you to do is write down your hopes, dreams, and desires. Write it down. Takes a minute to do. Write it down. And then I want you to write it in two places. I want you to write it within the chat here in the comment section, and write it on a sheet of paper right in front of you that your eyes can see now. Go ahead and do that. Write it down. Come on, I'm waiting. Hannah says, she aspired to become the first female president of the United States of America. Okay. I want my business to prosper. I want to make right choices. Come on, listen, I have over 39 of you on here right now. There's no reason why every one of you, if you're still here listening to me, comment your hopes, dreams, and desires in the comment section below. How can I help you if you don't do that? Some of you listen to my rants, my podcast live, and you just sit there or lay there listening to me, but you're not interacting. And your lack of interaction is the reason why your life seems that it's not moving forward. Because yes, it's something that you're not doing. You're not doing the simplistic things that you can do right now that doesn't cost a dime. Pulling out a sheet of paper, taking your finger and typing on your phone keyboard what you want. What are your hopes, dreams, and desires? As I shared before, I can't book a flight. I can't go to the UnitedAirline.com or United.com if I don't take my finger and tell the application or tell the airline where I want to go. Okay? Like if I never do that, I can think about it all day. Oh, I want to go to Japan. Oh, I want to go to Korea. That's going to be so nice. It's going to be so beautiful. But if I never take my finger and type where I am and where I want to go, it never happens. Can I get an amen, please? Is it making sense to you now? It doesn't matter how much I talk about it. I can talk about the cherry blossoms. I can talk about the sushi. I can talk about South Korea, the Korean barbecue. I can talk about all this stuff, but until I take my finger and begin to book the flight, where I want to go, when do I want to go, am I flying first class, am I flying coach, it never happens. Okay? Which is why I'm asking you to type your hopes, your dreams, and your desires in the chat below. What do you have to lose? I'm waiting. Hey, Stephanie, how are you? My hopes are to get ahead in music school. My dreams are to perform in front of an audience, and my desire is to have a good relationship with God and be financially free. Next, I hope for my trucking business to be one of the top transportation companies in the world. I desire to have many families and homeless people in the world to help, okay? My desire is to have my own franchises globally that assist thousands of people with their health, wealth, mindset, and transformation. I want to own a productive restaurant which will provide me with the funds to own my 2 family houses. I love it. Now I want you to write it down on that sheet of paper that's in front of you. Write it down on that sheet of paper in front of you. Because right now you're going through the process of recentering yourself. See, when you begin to write down your hopes, dreams, and desires, you're recentering yourself. Recentering is like recalibrating your life. Like you're saying, okay, hold up. Okay, what am I doing and what do I want? Right? It's like, okay, what do I want? It's like a game. If you're playing a basketball game, if you're losing over and over, you're losing. It has to be a moment where you stop and you think. And you recenter and you start to think about the game. You think about what you're doing. You think about what you're not doing. You're looking at the players. You're watching the tape. Because you need to stop and pause. You don't need to keep shooting. Some of you, the activity that, your actions, they are not equal, or they're not aligned with your hopes, dreams, and desires, because you have not taken a second to think about, are you centered? See, Sunday, I've been doing this for years. Sunday is an opportunity for me to really think about, okay, Wesley, are you on track? Wesley, let's recenter ourselves. What are your goals, Wes? What are your dreams? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do with your team? What are you trying to do with the company? What are you trying to do with your app? What are you doing just in life in general? Are you on track? Are you doing everything that's needed to be done to get these things? Are you eating well? Are you working out? You're going to the gym? Are you speaking well? How are you walking? How do you carry yourself, Wesley? Recentering is thinking about that and writing that down. On my phone, I have all my goals and dreams, and I write I don't do it every day, but at least every, one time a week, maybe on a Sunday, I go through my goals and my dreams, and I write, and I recenter. Recenter means I may revise the goals. I may make them clearer. And what you wrote on that sheet of paper is great. But next Sunday, I want you to go back to that sheet of paper again, and I want you to get clearer with that. I want you to get crystal clear every Sunday. Why? Because clarity is power. Please comment those 3 words below. Clarity is power. Write that down for me. And the reason why Sunday we want to reset and recenter, because our goal is to get clear on our hopes, dreams, and desires. Are you with me? And the more you get clear and the more you begin to develop clarity around your goals and dreams and desires, your actions and the activities that you're taking begin to narrow to the point that you become laser focused on what needs to be done and what's important and what's not important. The things that you know you need to do and the things that you need to move away from. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Comment below, please. Okay. Comment the words reset and recenter. That's just the reason why my life is so juicy, so orgasmic, because I reset and recenter. Like right now, recenter. I'm in my room. That's why you're looking at the dark screen here, because, it's dark in my room. It's quiet. I'm alone in this 3,500 square foot penthouse, all by myself. I'm meditating. I'm thinking about what I did next week. I'm thinking about the things that I'm going to do this week. I'm revising and recentering on my goals and dreams, and to make sure that I'm personally on track. Does that make sense? Because now, If I begin to structure my life this way, progress is inevitable. Okay? Like the progress that all of you want to make, it becomes inevitable. It's like it's impossible not to make progress. Especially if you're honest with yourself. How many of you are willing right now to be honest with yourself on where you are right now? Comment below, I dare you. Like, where are you right now in your life? Financially, health-wise, relationship-wise, and not just relationships with others, even the relationship with yourself. Like, how is that relationship with you? How many times did you love on yourself in the past 7 days? How many times did you look at yourself in your eyes and say, you know what, I love you. I care about you. You're amazing. You're great. You're beautiful. You're handsome. You're remarkable. You're outstanding. You're impeccable. Like, how many times have you done that? Like, how many times did you do that last week? Well, if you didn't do it this week. Why? Because, when we think about success and wanting to be successful, well, you are the person that has to perform the actions and the activities to be successful. So if you want that person, which is yourself, to do that, you need to fill up your emotional bank account. Your emotional bank account is how you feel about yourself, not how others feel about yourself, because other people may deplete you. Sometimes they may fill you up. Sometimes they may suck the energy out of you, but it's your responsibility to fill yourself up daily. You want to keep your emotional bank account full. Why? Because your emotional bank account is what's going to be utilized to invest, which is called energy, in the activity, the skill, or whatever you're trying to learn to acquire the success that you desire. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Okay. Hey, I love you. Any questions for me here? Listen, this week is going to be a phenomenal week. Are you ready? Like me personally, we're going to make so much money. Not just myself, my team. They're going to make so much money this week. My God. Oh, my God. I mean, it's so much money. We're talking about 10 times, 20 times the amount of money we made last week. And that just, me personally, my message or what I do online, I mean, my podcast, millions and millions of people are listening right now. They're logging in, subscribing to the podcast, and finding a way to get more information, to learn more of what they don't know. How about yourself? Like, I see that for you as well. I see some of you making a decision that stress and anxiety would no longer be an adversary in your life. No more. Some of you are going to say goodbye to toxic relationships this week. That's going to allow you to soar to the top. Just by releasing something that was adulterating your experience, you're going to let it go. And you're going to soar to the top. Financially, physically, health-wise, everything's going to get better for you. Some of you this week is going to tell your job, your boss, this is it. You're done. Some of you this week are going to take a leap of faith towards your business or becoming an entrepreneur and doing exactly what you feel deep within yourself to do. Some of you this week are going to eradicate fear. Fear is no longer going to be an ingredient in your life that is causing you to be stagnant and stuck. It's done. Some of you are going to make a decision this week to go to the gym and work out, make your bed. Some of you are going to make a decision to dress up and look presentable when you leave your house. You're going to look nice, look clean, smell good. Some of you this week are going to make a decision to always, even when you're by yourself in your apartment, in your home, to project the image of excellence. You're just going to make a decision to do it. But the question is who? Hey, I love you. Thank you for joining the rant. Hit the like and share button. If you got any value, always comment the word value in the comments below. I do come back and read the comments. Thank you so much. I'll see you tonight on The Rant, the podcast that will take place at midnight. And remember, remember this. You were born with greatness, but you were not destined for greatness. You were born to be great. When God created you, he did not make any mistakes at all. He created you to be great, to be phenomenal, to be perfect. But you're not destined for it, which means that that greatness has to be cultivated daily. And you have to be conscious about what you're doing. You have to be very you have to pay close attention to your activities and your thinking pattern daily. Much love. This is Wesley, $1 Billion Virgin.